they've done so much Wu Yanging that it just makes sense to make this change as well. This is going to be the quickest one of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, unless there's some kind of irreversible mental damage now. Zeta caused them yesterday, and that means they can't play Overwatch anymore.
Yeah, if they suffered irreparable brain damage, then maybe they won't be able to make it through this game. But other than that, it might. Did we do EMEA NA Fantasy Hunter? We did, but I didn't get to submit my roster, and I've forgotten it.
Oh no, someone will remember.
I
think Toby was saying
the
it was
website
back,
works again,
but it needs
save changes. Unauthorized. I'm logged out.
Did you remember the roster now though? You got to see it.
I just log back in again and. Oh, I don't want to. Have to do my email. Hang on.
When does NA start? Or a while. EMEA starts in 8 hours or 8 hours 15 minutes, and then there's 2 EMEA games, and then NA starts just sort of rolling schedule after that. So a while.
Now the login is successful. Let's try that again.
Can you talk me through your roster as you put it in? Who have you got?
I've got Hawk, Taejong, Psycho, Z, Gala. The theory with this roster is Hawk stay for the entire stage. I think there's some optimization there, but C-Tone said those words, and I've just copied his theory there, which is probably not what he's actually doing for his real roster because it's lazy. But Hawk is like a really good value pick within North America. Like, he'll just dominate everyone on D with the entire stage pretty much. He's like really cheap as well for someone that is that high ahead of everyone else. Taejong and Gala are both players that have 2 doubles, and neither of those games are like fucked for them. So it's like an actually kind of doable matchup, it feels like.
Yeah, a bunch of
so like they have double, and then Psycho and Z are 2 players that must be traded next week. Psycho has 2 easy matches. Z has 2, like, 1 winnable, well, like 1 easy match, 1 hard match. But Z earns well, and then I can trade Z for Luke Minnow next week to get in on the Dallas doubles afterwards. And I can trade Psycho for fuck knows who.
Yeah, I think that's a bit I need to figure out of, like, because I want to go to Dallas from week 2 onwards, but I need to figure out, like, what's the best way to do that, and who do I actually want off Dallas in those situations.
Get Haku and Escanor Trust. I mean, for only like 58 points, you can get Haku, Escanor, and Yubi on your roster, so it's just something to consider.
Alright, Lijiang Tower, 17, 16.
Yeah, it just works, mate. We're already in sync.
Beautiful. Heiser is on the Zarya, Max is on the Diva, Crazy Raccoon are playing this Simp Vendetta look as well. So the onus really for ZAN in many ways is if they can keep Heiser alive, he can win through the mid and late fight. The trick will be keeping him alive through these aggressive engages. They go for 1 bubble turn onto Becky, try and clear some space, and Heiser's just killed Vigilante. Imagine having Vigilante on your fantasy team. Now a player advantage as they start to force the objective. They've got the flip as well, and it looks like Crazy Raccoon will just be slowing it down. Another bubble for Becky as he clears a bunch of space. Needs to be careful to go not too far, but honestly, really hard to go too far on Vendetta because he's so durable. Stalker's going to get cut off from the reset here, so they get more in spawn, and might just be a ZAN world.
It's a ZAN world, and we're all just living in it. The 0-1 team versus Crazy Raccoon, also a 0-1 team. Wait, so Margit is cheaper than Escanor? That's even better value? Yeah, I mean, Gala's cheaper than both of them. I took Gala over Sir Margit because what do you call it? I didn't have the money. So Becky's holding the close corner, swing out to Heesang on the Pharah, just poking away this close hold. Going for 1 more turn on the Vendetta. It does seem like we're about to have a beat with Charong. Instantly drops it too, has the amp perk, and they're just going to run down Heiser. I mean, you can see there's a huge difference in beat charge right now. Yangjun at 60%, Charong already dropping his first. So that beat difference alone, yeah, it's brutal. Like, how's that even happened?
Are you far away from your mic as well? You just got way quieter.
I don't think anything changed, but I'll see if this fixes it. Has this fixed it?
Yeah, you sound better now.
I was just leaning back like a lazy bastard, I think.
He's got that burger belly.
I've got burger posture right now.
You've got Kitsune Rush ready to go for Kivas here. He's going to drop it, but Yangjin dies on the way through there to now a projected edge from Stalker, so no chance for this beat to come online. And now the split from Alien, but clock in main is being fully marked by Max, and Max can just try and get on top of him, does get the mega, but doesn't matter all that much.
Kills him
Max
twice.
is a little bit low. Slash comes through from Becky, lots of damage here. Can't the kill onto Heesang actually, and Becky's continuing to get through good work here as ZAN find themselves back on point, and Crazy Raccoon will be repelled.
Actually fully forced back. Nicely done again by ZAN. That's 2 fights now, which is more than one has come to expect from a matchup like this. Crazy Raccoon on the swing once more. Grabbing the choke, catches Vigi. This might just kill everybody. Sundering Blade into the grab. Feels overkill, if anything, because there was no beat, actually. But, oh, play your life, Beck. Gets away with it, too. And that's going to be a nice wipe towards the spawn. Final fight now. Beat for Yangjun. 80% of a beat for Chirong. They can't play slow to charge it, though. It's going to have to be now.
Chirong's low, actually, as they walk up to. They have to run towards point now. They're going through coast. Stalker will get his first shot. Chirong dies on the rotation. Yangjun with the beat now. Push comes through. Supports are already dead. Should be easy cleanup here for ZAN Esports. Just need to deal with a Farah. They deal with that. A Diva on point. No bomb available for Max. Crazy Raccoon cannot get to that next wave of ultimates. And just domination from ZAN on this first round.
Pure domination from ZAN. Absolutely taking over. Goodness. How is this happening? How is this happening? Is Crazy Raccoon boomed? Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Crazy Raccoon's season is completely over. Crazy Raccoon are cooked. Yeah, guys. They just dropped a Koth round. Their season is over. No shoe, no glue, no win. They're fucked.
It's time to write them off.
I've written them off already, to be honest. You didn't have to tell me it was time.
Yangjun, the slow but carefully picked beat.
Just put Lip in, Stalker on tank.
I'd put decent money on Stalker being the best Diva on this roster. It's going to be Diva again for Max now up against Heiser's Zarya. So again, a very similar set of circumstances. A lot of these bubbles will be going Becky's way to try and clear some space. He's going to turn around to deal with that TP, but TP's a fake for as they walk on Heiser. Really, around these bubble timings, the aggression, the ability to kill the Zarya should be quite high for Crazy Raccoon. They go coast for Boop is big! Chirong going to get the pick onto Heiser. Can't ask for a better opening pick. Heiser's going to send Yangjun off the edge as well. I think Yangjun might be able to claw his way back on there, but Chirong has more than done the damage there. First fight to Crazy Raccoon, courtesy of Lucio.
Oh, Heiser bros, what are we going to do with you? Absolute disaster. Booped off the map first fight. Swing for Alien right now.
Look at the
has a fully charged rail. Beat charge so far ahead again for Chirong. Not just because of his healing, but because of his boop this time around as well. Backstep for ZAN. They bubble Alien. They fully kite out. But the beat's still ahead for Chirong. He might want to go for another fast tempo beat. He's been doing a lot of that. We've been seeing a lot of it in Korea overall. The slash comes down from Stalker onto Alien, who's going to shift back once more. But Max just... Get him out. Get him out.
Get jumping in. Let's just play ball again. Going to be a bubble onto Becky to deal with Nissim as well. Becky has dealt with Natsim. Now a chase in main. The slash is good. Chirong will fall, and this beat advantage isn't really going to get a chance to be utilised at all by Crazy Raccoon and Chirong here. They get all the cleanup. Going to even go into spawn here. Looking a little bit like Falcon's playing cheeseburger at the moment here, but this time Crazy Raccoon's of a burger.
Huge burgers on display right now for Crazy Raccoon. I mean, it's on my shirt, it's in my stomach, and it's all over the fucking screen too. Clock into spawn from Alien, shift out, counter beat from Yangjun. Alien doesn't get it because Alien's already kited out, so I don't really know what we're counter beating, to be honest. Shift inside, Stalker will take down Alien, but it's a 3-for-1 trade. This is an expensive fight for Crazy Raccoon to be losing. They used the beat in this one, but I suppose ZAN did use 3, so it's not the end of the day.
Yeah. Ult advantage will swing the way of Crazy Raccoon, but the nice thing for ZAN is they have this grab and they have this Sundering Blade, and this combo can kill through so much. The Sim Wall, the Matrix, it can't help you. The only thing that can save you is that Suzu, or if they eat the grab or something. So even though Crazy Raccoon have more ults right now, this is a high difficulty combo to try and avoid. They're going to turn onto Coast first. Grab comes out, catches everyone. Heeseng dies immediately to that. 2 kills off the back. Max can find a trade onto Yangjun. 3v3 now all to play for. Becky's trying to group back up, but he has no bubbles to help him. Gonna back off away from point. He comes back on. Sundering Blade, 1v3, looks for it. Gets no damage in the end, but Vendetta is low though. Twins in, but can't find it through so much block. Stalker will get that one, and Crazy Raccoon have forced their way back on point through that grab.
Is ZAN good or is Crazy Raccoon washed? I don't want to speak too soon, but I think ZAN might be the best team in the world right now. Okay, no ultimates for ZAN on the retake. An absolute uphill slog. This could be Chris Theory in play, to be honest. Losing a close round, winning the first round, and then absolutely getting pumped in the third. Great ultimates for Crazy Raccoon coming up. They're way ahead on the beat charge now. They have the Sunder. They have Max's bomb. ZAN, uphill battle. Picking the neutral would not go astray. Playing slow until they have the Kitsune rush is essentially a necessity. Chirong swinging forward on the corner. He does have the beat drop available. They're going to beat push with this one. Beat comes in, jump down. It's hard to kite that out. Heiser taken down on the mega health pack. But this is beat for nothing, which means that next turn, there's going to be beat advantage for Yangjin.
This is the big one right now. Kitsune rush to start the fight, a beat to keep going. They have to worry about the Sundering Blade, has a self-destruct as well, but really ZAN's ultimate should be more powerful. We're even going to have a clock partway through this as well. It's all about the support ult value here. A TP in aggressively, actually, pressure onto Alien. Max is going to try and fly through. They Kitsune rush to walk forward just to get through the choke. Now the kite
Stalker?
is on, but Hisang's not going to get out of this one as well. Stalker in a little bit of trouble, but has got round. They still have ults coming back, but Becky's found a second. They're about to have Yangjin's beat as well, and Becky is chasing them down on coast. Nowhere to go for Stalker. Yangjin and Becky have done it all, got themselves in control just for the Kitsune rush as well. Great fight for ZAN.
Oh, Alien now in main. They have so many tools to shut down Crazy Raccoon. Hisang doesn't quite have that symbol yet. He can't use it to clutch for the touch, but he has been fed a bit of poke, so he actually is going to be able to do it. He TP's onto the point. He's 100 HP. He has the wall. He throws it down on the objective. Beat is out. Sunder in the middle of point. The wall keeps him healthy. The bomb doesn't catch anyone from Max. The Sunder doesn't catch anyone either. Overclock hasn't killed anything. What is going on? How does ZAN not find any kills in their beat turn? They've lost the cap. It's Chris Theory.
Yeah, it's Chris Fury all over, isn't it? They see 9 at the end as well before Becky's Sundering Blade even goes off. It was such a winnable situation there for ZAN. They had that turn, they had the opportunity, but the symbol and Sundering Blade just enough to mitigate their ability to push with that beat. And all of a sudden, Crazy Raccoon find themselves very much still in this map, tied up 1-1. All to play for now.
All to play for. It's all on the table. 1-1. Chirong, best player of all time. Faith, best player of all time, I reckon. Yeah. A lot of deaths. 5 and 7 for Vigi. That's a player who belongs on my... Like, he's getting gapped by Kivis, bro.
And Kivis scored one in the previous game too, didn't he? Like, Kivis might be the truth.
Kivis, the value pick. Everyone's been saying. Kivis is the truth. Alright. TP out of spawn. Back on the sim. Kiri for Vigi. All the same, let's see if Heiser can get booped off the map again. Chirong feeling lucky. Max swinging forward on the Diva, trying to box out the hit scan a little bit. Already Stalker swinging on the dojo side, but nobody's stepping into the dojo to actually take the bait.
Nope, all the space now for Crazy Raccoon. That TP obviously just gets them there faster, so they get to the choke, and then guarding can be a tricky retake. They're going to send Becky deep over the top, looking for this slash. Doesn't connect though, and Becky has to back it up to the choke. Difficult to move, and deja vu. First fight, Chirong boops Heiser off the map, and that'll be capped for Crazy Raccoon.
A classic first fight Heiser off the map situation. He's got about the same ult charge as well. Just not good for it. Chirong, one of the best Lucios of all time. Definitely up there in contention with Faith. Anyhow, Alien over on the side. He's poking. Got another rail. 60% on the clock. 60% on the beat. But I don't think that we are going to see a fast beat from Chirong this time around. I feel like the beats are a little bit too close. That being said, if Chirong gets one more juicy amp, could make the difference. Bubble out onto Becky as he starts posturing on the point. You can see Crazy Raccoon playing it very slow. Fuck, they might actually be push again. They're about to have a 20% advantage on the beat here. Kitsune rushes out to Kibis. Chirong has the beat. He drops it. He doesn't Ajax it. God, he was clenching for that one, but he gets it over the line. Big spin for Stalker through everybody. Vigi's found Becky. Overclock from Alien dead. So that's a flash in the pan, I'm afraid. And ZAN, they're just going to have to swallow the defeat here. Highs are only halfway to that grab.
Yang just found a way to boot Chirong off the map late there, but getting that beat off did more than enough for his team to convert all of the kills. So, great situation now for Crazy Raccoon as we are well and truly in a Chris Fury situation. But there is beat advantage for Yangjin, so hope is not all done yet. But we've seen before Crazy Raccoon get good value out of his Sundering Blade and his symbols to try and mitigate some of these support op disadvantages they sometimes find themselves in. It's going to be a long rotation for ZAN as well as they want to come through the inside. Just stay away from these edges where Chirong can boop them off. So they'll be taking this long and slow fight here, but they've lost Kivis on the rotation, and this is the worst thing
stats,
for them
Kivis.
as well. Yangjin's going to beat, they're going to go for it, but Heiser's been boomed off the map. This was meant to be the safer direction, but Chirong's done it again. Simwell comes out to make sure they don't trade on that beat push. They did use the Kitsune rush as well, so while it may certainly be expensive, we're basically in last fight desperation now, so worth the cost for Crazy Raccoon. And we're about to take this first map.
Son. Vigilante's been picked by Kivas. Classic Kivas. The king of Kiri. King Kivas. Punch over for Heiser. He needs to get the touch. He's getting blocked. He's booped. He's not dead, thank God. But Chirong nearly has another beat. Chirong's running him down like a dog. Suzu's out. Sunder's out. Alien's killed Chirong. Hang about now. Now suddenly it's a 5v3. Punch from Heiser. Pushes Stalker into the wall. Sim turrets all over the point are making movement difficult for Heiser though. Max takes him down. Heesang catches Yangjin. Becky, last man standing with the Sundering Blades. Sunder's absolutely
KD.
nothing. Kivi's on the point. KD Kivis goes down, and Crazy Raccoon will take it in 3. A classic Chris Theory
This is
situation.
just
manifest.
actually just perfect Chris Fury. When that guy's right, he's right.
Like that Junkertown Widow debate. Just beyond right.
He's just right.
いやもう討論でしょうね。
チョロンですチーム救いすぎたかなさすがにチョロン
タンク3回落としてますからね。
As it is.
I'm getting a drink as well. You're in charge this time.
Oh, I hate being left in charge.
He's a responsible adult.
いやーチョロン様々という
Ah,
コントロールは
これ
my
は
fantasy might not be cooked in the end. What's Chris Theory? Chris Theory is that... Like, do we have a command for it? I feel like we have a command for it. Underdog team wins round 1, narrowly loses round 2, gets stomped in round 3.
この後マップも期待できますしなんなら CR 以降のマッチアップもこれザン期待できそうですね
Happens all the time. Actually, all the time. Theory no longer? Yeah, I mean, like, it's like Avril's disproven theory versus Chris's law. I think we should start calling it Chris's law, to be honest. Suki, why haven't you taken Agasper out of the list? Agasper, now you're crazy, man. What are they doing there?
1-0という形になりました。
いやちょっとね本日のまあ3マッチの中で一番注目しているのがこの第3マッチだったんですけれどもそういう話はしたんですがこれほどまでの濃密な試合になるとは思いませんでしたねまだ第1マップなんですが
Chirong's the best player alive other than Faith. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. The Faith caveat. Losing to Max Diva, I'm crying. I mean, it's ZAN Esports. Whew.
いやちょっとチョロンのシーン見たいな。
Yangjin with the touch of the day. It's a shame that that momentum didn't last and we basically didn't see it grab from... Oh, yeah. A little bit of a Guaga, eh? Looking into this.
この後からコントロールセンター。
これはあまあでももう
Chris Theorem? No, Chris's law.
あーキリコは変えれるけどヘイザーは変えれない。
はい
If Crazy Raccoon doesn't make land this stage, is Max killed for attack?
やったね今回は
He should be,
やり
but
ま
he
した
won't
ね。
be.
あ
ヘイザーのメンタルを壊しにいきます
ーもうダリアやりたくないと思ってますよ。ウィンストンに帰りたいと思ってるかもしれません。
確かに
I love that we have terms for this stuff. It's just, we're chronic OWCS watchers.
あでもコントロールセンタ
They're
ー
gonna
も
retire
かなりいい
together.
な
Max,
展開
you
で
think
もありま
Max
した
and Jumbin are soul bonded like the Bogdanov twins? Like if one of them dies, they both have to die almost simultaneously?
高度なやり取り
I think that would be nice. That would be a pleasant little tidbit about those two. I always assumed that was what Milgaru and Aid were like, but then they got separated on their teams this year, so that didn't really work.
激戦で
Welcome
した
back.
ね。
We have to kill Jumbin? No, we don't, C-Tones. No, we don't.
What's Jumbin done?
I don't know. We're talking about how you know the Bogdanov twins, right?
No.
What? This is so like your age.
What are they called for Bog?
The Bogdanov twins. You'll probably recognize their faces.
Maybe I just don't know the...
Like you'll probably see their faces.
Oh,
and
right.
recognize them, like, 10 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The
I know
Bogdanov
them by
twins,
name,
like-
but yeah.
So like apart from them being twins that like did everything together, like their soul bond was so real that like they both got COVID and then one died and then 2 days later the other one died of grief. So like one died in the hospital from COVID and then the next one died of grief in the hospital. Like he instantly lost the will to live and died when his brother died. So we're assuming that Jumbin and Max might have like a Bogdanov twins type bond. And if you kill Jumbin, then Max will die too. I think that's
I
why they were
see.
saying.
So
that you
they have to
kill,
stay.
Yeah. Because they're intrinsically linked. What you know about the Toucan twins? Nothing.
Jumbin killed your grandma? I don't think that's true. Oh, did I upload for VOD or did I completely forget? I uploaded for VOD. Nice.
Well done. I'm not the cricket. The cricket clears.
Would jump in on Max also die if one of them learns Diva? Let them be, Max. Let them be.
Do you want to just rename them to the ones in the emote? Like, I don't know. I'll leave it in your capable hands, Suki.
Is Ball unplayable? I wouldn't think so, but I think it was at Suravasa yesterday where Jumbin just goes Diva instead. And that feels like a really odd place not to go Ball when they were presented with that.
Unfortunately, the way Korea works is they decide that something is meta and then they only play that all the time. So even if you have one of the best ball players in the world, they're not practical, no. They're not like Team Falcons. So you could have attack on your roster, but when attack was on side last stage, Korea still thought that Winston was meta. So they wouldn't play attack on Diva, they'd play attack on Winston. But now Diva's meta despite no meaningful patch change. So now attack is the Diva player, and Jumbin is also a Diva player instead of a main tank.
I understand.
Unfortunately, they will get the EMEA hammer. Yeah, I mean, you're not seeing any Divas in these lobbies do anything remotely close to what TVNT and Bloody ZAN can do, to be honest.
Yeah, we're going to see Diva look fairly mild, and then we're going to go to EMEA tonight. And are they playing Peps, I think, first? TVNT is going to bulldoze Peps.
TVNT is going to eat Peps.
One bite as well.
Like it's an Aga burger. Ah! Dude, I need fucking Crandop to wake up.
It's 9 AM. This is really early. Well, not really early, but you know, if you're on a Cran type schedule, this is really early.
We need Moon to take a hit of the Krusty crack pipe and get Jumbin on ball. You shouldn't need to smoke Krusty's crack pipe to get Jumbin on ball, though, right? Like, it's the most sensible take in the world. Ball unbanned, enemy team on 2 flex. Like, it just...
It's Suravasa.
Yeah. He starts in like 4-6 hours, says Jordan Goldberg. That's got to be Kappa.
I think
with a
probably
flapper.
closer to 4.
For Cran?
Yeah. As it, that would be like his stream start time, so presumably he'll be like up a little bit before, you know, and he can get a wiggle on.
I mean, he's not awake yet to even begin wiggling. I need to take melatonin to sleep, dude. Like, I need to know that he's coming so that I can take melatonin to start setting the wheels in motion to fall asleep.
Just have a dozy afternoon stream, you know? Just fall asleep in the chair.
Hunter, have you / will you be reading Chainsaw Man? I read it up until the end of I don't know, like the main act or something. I did. They like started doing after, like there was like a news storyline afterwards, and I stopped reading it when it ended the main one.
Didn't know you could
I can't remember any of the character names, but yeah, I just read like the main arc, and then realized that a new arc was starting and ended it. Yeah. Let's do a friendly bet. It's 4 to 5 hours. I mean, I bet it won't take 5 hours for Crandop to log in and start streaming. Yeah, I can take that one, Jordan.
Fancy down or up? Not sure. What did Toby say to me? Maybe down is the answer right now. But Toby's up and working on it, so we're surely on our way to progress. Alright, where are we? Havana? Sigma ban. Vendetta ban. Do I slap another gay on ZAN? Now, this feels like it's going to be a difficult one, because Crazy Raccoon, probably a better map for them, really, but it was ZAN's choice, right? So ZAN maybe have something in the back pocket, but so far what's in the back pocket is we're just going to play Kiri, Lucio, Diva, Tracer, Sojourn like we do everywhere else, but on this time it's on Havana.
How did Crazy Raccoon upset last map? they got really lucky, to be honest. ZAN being the best team in the world, I backed them for map 2. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
They're a real map 2 team,
security for
ZAN
both
as well.
sides. Only difference here is that Heesung is on Symmetra, the most broken character in the game, to make things incredibly awkward for Alien on the Sojin, and Becky is on Tracer, something which they are, you know, certainly adept at, but the dynamics change a little bit when Crazy Raccoon have the Symmetra. They can always just taxi Max around. They can make things really hard for Alien. Stalker can go for the slide shot midair and shoot Becky in the face. Hey Yowie Lover 33, how are you?
Big opening pick, and we're going to try and disengage, but Alien is not getting out of this one, and Stalker's going to find a late kill onto Kivers as well. So payload is fully moving. Max is looking for a late kill on the Diva. The late kill on the Diva will be delivered. Desperately trying to get a quick reset here. They will kill Heiser, but look at this cart progress. First point is all but over. Becky will be moving on to the Venture with that Vendetta being banned out, but that's about as easy as you can get for Crazy Raccoon. Stalker delivers more and more opening picks.
He just gets the picks time and time again. Beat for Chirong again, 20% ahead, which if we've seen anything thus far, it is that, you know, Chirong loves to press a beat advantage. Now he's 30% ahead. All this guy does is amp green and hit every single shot in the world. Amp yellow is what I meant to say. Come on, green. Okay. Now we're already closing on that beat. Slow play for Crazy Raccoon. They're probably just going to AFK and charge these things up. Hard engagement, though, for ZAN. They try to find the kill on Heesang. Can't quite get it done. Becky has to drill out. Not going to be counted. Max a little bit too slow on the Diva to make that one happen. But here's the beat. Stalker's already hit the shot on Kivis, of course. And where's the resistance from ZAN? Hey, Razy.
B advantage converted. I mean, the aggression there onto Heesang nearly paid off. Heesang was so low, he got full Matrix, he got pocketed out of it in the end, and when they didn't get that kill, the repush for Crazy Raccoon was backed up by that beat, so they were able to go so aggressively. Stalker, of course, delivers an opening pick to help out, and ZAN are going to be swapping onto the Zarya now, and basically just play a sort of budget version of the Zarya Vendetta comp, just with the Venture instead. But the ult snowball is very much on for Crazy Raccoon. They have the symbol, they have the overclock ready to go. ZAN have to make their way through these difficult chokes, still desperate to get these support ults or something online just to try and reclaim a little bit of this space. Alien will try and go left-hand side, getting close to this one. Will walk into a triple beam. Diva fly through, will be repelled as Heesang drops that wall, but the payload is moving ever closer. Becky's going to be forced away from that one now. The chase is on the beat. It's good Yangzhen right now. Clock is out though from Stalker. He's low HP, but Alien's got the beat over health. Takes him out of the sky. A 1-for-1 trade only though. There's a Kitsune rush of Crazy Raccoon want to keep going, but they're worried about Alien. Max will try and mark that angle out, and it looks like Crazy Raccoon just slowing it down for a second here.
Crazy Raccoon know where their bread is buttered. They flip around to the point. They get the Kitsu on the objective now. They still have Max's bomb if they want to push. Heiser's getting tossed like a salad. Max takes down Alien as well. Becky with the tectonic shock on the point. Huge damage. Has already found Chirong, but Heesung has slipped away onto the high ground. He's so low, but he's not dead. Kivi's no TP, going to get run down by Max and Heesung as well. And suddenly it's just stall for ZAN. Becky's actually traded Vigi, uncharacteristic of Vigilante, to go down. That's my stats player. Definitely worth more than Violet in the lineup. And we are going to see a second point cap and a bit of distress on Heesung's face.
Yeah. That's the most stress anyone's ever experienced as they got a 4.5 minute time bank onto third point Havana. Going to be a beat advantage for Chirong coming up in this next fight. Only 13% to go already. Stalker will get a little dink and force back for now, but ZAN, they really need to find a foothold here. They've been good for a third point hold in the past, but Crazy Raccoon stiffer opposition and a beat push a problem. Becky has gone a little bit deep here looking for Heesang. Heesang's just going to stand there, face him down, force him back. Heesang was 1 HP, but the beat push comes in. Doesn't actually catch Heesang, but they can find Yangzhen. Heiser has taken himself out of this one, and it will just be a quick reset off the back of this beat. Becky will die on the point here, stall out as much time as possible.
Becky down. 4 minutes on the clock right now as Crazy Raccoon are absolutely plowing through this map. Third point already. I mean, I think Alien might just be dead here, right? He's so invested. Everyone pushes forward. The snare on the backstep is good. Max has gone deep. Alien's actually found Chirong, best player in the world minus Faith, will fall. And this is a bit of room for ZAN to breathe, but they're not even blocking the cart yet. So all of this is just cream on top for Crazy Raccoon.
We'll be able to get up to that one as well. ZAN do have an ult advantage now after losing to that beat push in the previous fight. The grab, the beat from ZAN should be enough to help them through. Anything Crazy Raccoon have to throw at them now, but need to keep their eyes on this TP as the cart approaches in this final part of Havana. You can see Max just taking a little look up top. There's a TP onto the high ground right now, but Crazy Raccoon aren't utilising it. They're going to symbol and walk through main, but they've got to be wary of this grab. Eyes on Heiser as he looks for it. Beat comes through. Alien with the overclock as well. Beat still available for Heiser. Alien's found Vigilante opportunity right now. Stalker's been forced all the way out, and just no need to invest that grab either. Alien with the clock, with the beat, they're able to get the better of him again, and now ZAN, they can find that foothold and a bit of space even outside to hold forward.
Good beats from Yangjin overall. Once again, really shutting out Stalker with the clock. He hits the headshot, but he doesn't find the kill. Fast tempo TP up onto the high ground, though. Catches Alien unawares. Pants around the ankles once more. Max trying to play some Fury-esque games to eat the grab, but completely fumbles that one. Vigi has fallen. Uncharacteristic, I know. But I think they're going to keep pushing this one. Max still has his suit. He hasn't even had to use bomb, apparently. Chiron is 90% on the beat drop now. Becky, tectonic shock on the payload. Everyone's kiting it out. Swing back in onto Becky now. Forced under the ground. Max drops a bomb at the spawn doors, but oh my god, Kiwi's just peeked the bomb.
He had a little look. He's going to regret that one. Heesang's got turrets on point to help finish off Becky. They beam this D.Va out of mech immediately, and Heesang should be able to clean everyone else up here. Yangjin's not even going to be able to get back to touch in time, and it's 2 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock, and I don't know. Why did Kiwi's have a look at the bomb?
一瞬の油断だったんですけどね。なんかまだ仕掛けないだろうっていうタイミングで、いわゆるヒットスキャンがいつも除く、なんて言うんでしょうね、
Brutal.
白
Hey,
の
Winter.
上の隙間みたいなところから。
I'm gonna click the live button because I just rewatched Kiwi die into that bomb 10 times.
Did you gain any insight into his decision making?
WKM1 around the corner, eh?
Oh. What's that sound? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Just works.
Just works. 18-0 for Heesang, 19-0 for Max, 8-3 for Vigi. Troubling. Troubling, but I'm not sure it'll change the course of this game.
その感覚からしたら異常に早く次の集団戦に移行しましたね、クレイジーラクーンは。あれでテンポずらされましたね。チャンスを見逃しませんでしたね、本当に。はい。
No, yeah, I think that I just expect them to run this lineup for the most part. Alright, it's a spawn camp from Crazy Raccoon. Sojin Sim at the doors of ZAN right now. Heiser considering a ram, Becky considering a Mei here. We'll see if they stick to this one. Looks like they might be happy to. Heiser's going to walk out of spawn, looking to find that initial slow timing. Shield onto the point, slow behind. Still hasn't used that form though. Just trying to beam them down, try and bait a first move out of Crazy Raccoon. Becky's going to peek around the corner as well. The wall, the left click will go through a lot of the matrix as well. So designed in many ways, I think, to punish Max here or punish a Sim that's maybe too far forward. Crazy Raccoon though, will just be backing it up, playing it slower and playing the distance now, which means ZAN can get his payload moving.
Oh, goodness. Heiser on the cart. Do you have faith in this Ram Mei stuff? I feel like this is just Mickey Mouse. TP into the back. Instant flip, Alien's in trouble, slides out, actually has lived to tell the tale. ZAN have stolen card at the same time as well, so maybe this is a bit overcooked from Crazy Raccoon as they've lost the car control. Flip around, but Alien stuck indoors, shifted onto by Max. Once again sliding around. This is actually good looks now for ZAN Esports. Alien finds Chirong, carry down, but Becky's traded indoors. Actually sliding around the back is Alien. He finds Stalker, but would you believe Stalker gets the better of him? Uncharacteristic. Kiwi finds a kill onto Stalker, and Heesang is down as well, so Heiser's doing the work on the ram, and Crazy Raccoon, they're going to lose this fight.
Yeah, a little bit weird in the decision making from Crazy Raccoon there, because they sort of flip back to the map, and that's actually flatter. In general, you know, this high ground that we saw Heiser just walk past now, and that's probably the best area actually for Crazy Raccoon with the Sim TP and the D.Va to actually play into a Ram Mei. I think if we're in purely, completely flat sections of the map, the Ram Mei maybe does have legs. Thank you, Sonics, for the tier 1. Hope you're all good, Sam. Appreciate the 21 months. So maybe there are some legs here, but for now, they're back out on point, and it is a Sim wall advantage, and Yangjin has died. Stalker delivers another opening pick out of nowhere. Now, they're going to keep battling away on point. Kitsune rush to keep going. Sim wall to match that one now. No support obviously yet for Crazy Raccoon. Max has had to bombo as they try and take a back step here. Looking to find those kills, but Max, he goes down before getting back in his suit. A chance to repush with the ram and repush with the beat, but they lose Becky. Heiser's going to have to do it all now. He punches Heesang in the face. He forces the TP out. The cap is so close, they come through. Annihilation, they're somehow touching. Oh, it's probably on the expensive side, honestly, but ZAN do get it over the line.
Yeah, Heiser needing to use that Annihilation in the end. Start zoning everybody away from Stalker, otherwise there's the fear that maybe Stalker can thug it out somehow with the pocket from Vigi. ZAN, double DPS ultimate. High ground hold is going to be pretty loose because it's so hard to stop Heesang from getting a TP over to the other side. Fast flip comes through. Instantly Alien forced to the low ground. Boxed out of the fight. ZAN aren't actually pushing the payload right now. They've had to wrap around a little bit. But Stalker pre-fighter by Kivi's. Kivi's actually doing better than Vigilante on Kiriko. Fuck me dead.
Insane, actually, isn't it? Disaster now. And they're going to have to guillotine a lot of the space. And this means ZAN might get to hold forward for perfect area for a Ram to play, the perfect area for a Mei to play. They got a Blizzard too, so they're going to try and TP around to the other side. They force a pivot out of Alien. They're going to beat for it as well, Chirong. Stalker didn't get the beat, but they do find Yangjin. Alien with the overclock. Stalker's trying to come through the high ground, but he's been kept in check by that Mei. Blizzard is out now as well as Alien gets that late kill onto Chirong. No one seems to be freezing, but the payload is moving. A little bit chaotic right now. Alien doesn't know where to go and just runs into a room full of turrets. And in the chaos, Crazy Raccoon are coming up trumps. They deal with all the threats and they will hold on to second. It just felt like ZAN got a little bit lost in terms of where they should be playing from or what they should be doing next towards the end of that fight.
Max holding on for dear life. Stalker has to carry him every inch of the way. Yeah, some more Kappa flappers, please. I would appreciate that. Those always put a smile on my face, even when it's used poorly. Max TP's into the back. He's looking for a kill. He doesn't need the Suzu Q there, but he does force TP and Suzu out of Kivi's. Clock in the back from Stalker, but I think ZAN have just been given a free flip. In spawn, Becky's fine, but where was Heiser? Heiser was taken down, so maybe Max was just on his case the whole time. That's a lot of Kappa flappers. That's better. That's a smile on my dial.
Yeah, it looked like it was a flip for a second, but it seems like not that many people actually managed to flip. Kivitz tries to hide behind the desk, but no TP available. So they are forced well and truly back into spawn now, and Crazy Raccoon an ult advantage to boot. Kitsune rush to match, and a symbol to throw in over top if they need it. Becky's now actually gone sim to try and break him out of this, and now they are looking for the flip. They're going to swing around, try and get back, and force that payload to keep moving. They're just going to let him flip for now, Crazy Raccoon, so they have to come back and find their own TP timing. Max onto the high ground will get booted back. Max is just going to keep going. He's just one-shot Alien in front of everyone, but supports can't keep him alive. Max getting away with murder here as the Kitsune Rush trade comes out. Heesang trying to hold on to this symbol Val, hopes he doesn't need to use it after that early pick, but a TP away, but it's Stalker who finds a kill onto the high ground. Now they'll all drop onto Heiser, and it should be easy cleanup. And just for TP games here, Crazy Raccoon seem a mile ahead.
Yeah, TP games, I mean, he's saying he's got the practice, you know, he's had one too many experiences at international events getting absolutely destroyed by Symmetricon, so he's trying to learn. It's going to take him a long time. Becky's not there yet, hasn't had the privilege of being destroyed by the Saudis internationally, so he doesn't know just how bad it can get. Alien swinging through main, has the rail, but good god, we already know he's not finding that instant pop. TP forward towards the payload, zoning away from Max, who is, you know, just playing the opposite side at the moment. He's not going to have much luck cutting the tail yet. Double slide forward. Oh, Vigilante taken very low. That might have forced the Suzu out. Heiser's running it down with an Annihilation available to pop if he so pleases. Beat comes out from Yangjun. Better beat from Chirong. Max hasn't received the beat. Full talked sim on Alien. He slides away, but Max has found Becky. Already won for Max. Maybe he doesn't need to be carried after all. Going for backline now, chasing down Alien, will finish that kill. And when I say finish that kill, I mean Stalker will finish the kill as Max exists in the general vicinity. Annihilation out on the cart from Heiser as he continues to try and claw this back. 30 seconds on the clock though, and there's no budging from Crazy Raccoon. These are just staggers for ZAN.
Yeah, they got themselves on the high ground now, Crazy Raccoon, so they can keep this good position, and Heiser can't do much about it. They're going to TP onto the other high ground as Alien swings with Overclock. A symbol will stop him finding any value out of that, and they'll kill Becky on point all the while. Now, Stalker dropping down, Overclock of his own. He will just finish off Heiser, who has really just found himself stranded on payload, trying to move it, fight people on the high ground. There's a couple of players left behind. We're about to head into overtime, and it's just going to be staggered deaths for all of ZAN, and they're not going to get very close to Crazy Raccoon's full push at all. Desperation Kitsune rush from Kiviz as Heiser's going to throw his body onto point one more time. Does trigger the overtime here. Becky desperate to get that symbol. We've got the symbol! Use it, Becky! Nice. Symbol off. Map over.
2-0 lead for Crazy Raccoon. Nobody could have anticipated this one, to be honest. It is the pinnacle of, you know, unprecedented results.
No experts solved this one.
The pundits are in shambles after this series, that's for sure. The cat video got to Heesang. What was the cat video? Must be out of the loop.
ザンの変数ってどうしてもエイリアンに寄っていたので、でそこのエイリアン誰が担当するのかっていう部分はしっかりと通常状態だと
Nothing ever happens, something just happens.
3つ。そしてアルティメットに関しても まあ、フォトン
I think
バ
I'm
リア
gonna leave
キ
you
ーさ
in
ん用意
charge.
しつつサウンドバリアサウン
Leave
ド
me
バ
in
リア
charge?
といっ
I
た
can be in
形を
charge.
整っていたので、まあ、あ
Yeah.
あいうにしっかりと煽
You're in
ってきましたね
charge.
クレジラ君。
Is it really going to be? Because we're now on the verge of our third 3-0 of the day, on the verge of Korea coming to an end, and on the verge of finding myself in a situation where it is before 10 a.m. and there are 7 hours until
さあこれで
Until
マッチ
EMEA
ポイントとなりました クレイジーラクーン。ただもうやっぱり
and I have
まあ
a
僕は昨日
decision
実
to
況し
make.
ていなかったんで久々に
What do I do for 7 hours?
けれども
I'll probably need to eat
なん
some
か彼
food.
はや
I've
っぱ
got
り
a
想
sandwich.
定
I've
し
got
て
some
いないタ
pasta.
イ
I
ミン
can
グ
eat
で
that.
キルを起こす天才ですよね。
まあですね。なんか
あ
フランカーでもヒットスキャンでもどっちでも
We should analyze how bad Finn
高
is.
得点を生み出そうなプレイヤーですね。
Is Lip play? Wait, was Lip coming
だ
out?
から
Oh, they're giving me they're giving him the James Milner treatment, aren't they? Get that caps up. Get those caps up. You'll get the record, mate.
多いですよね。
多かったですね。ただ
Don't you have a wife? Go talk to her or something. Play for 7 hours? You and your crazy ideas, Maybelline. Actually, went for a walk with a wife last night after the long stream yesterday. I don't normally do this, but I actually quite enjoyed it. We went to the supermarket, just a late night to the supermarket. Thank you for the first time day drink. We can't day drink because we got a whole bunch of Overwatch to watch afterwards.
いやエイリアンも
Milner earns every minute he plays. You and his Milner stands in chat. But we had a late night walk. We went to the supermarket. The supermarket was pretty quiet. And actually, you know what? I could get into going to the supermarket late at night. I was always a do it first thing in the morning type guy. But maybe I can move it. How romantic? Yeah. Made some plans for her birthday. Need to figure out her birthday present as well.
いやでもキビスも本当にパフォーマンス
You're so old. 11 slobber sides. 10 slobber sides would probably win. See, I got some pasta. Got some garlic bread as well. Got a sandwich. Got plenty of food. I think the wife's making chicken curry tonight as well. So we got so much food. No, you don't need to spend it all. You can keep money in the bank.
多いですね。
Little bakery is cheaper. Yeah, I got it was like a strawberry cheesecake donut. It sounded very indulgent. It was very indulgent. It was so sweet, but it was nice. No regrets. Get her a rainy day tracer skin. We need better suggestions. We need better suggestions. I think she would really appreciate a new episode of Uncoachable for her birthday. Like the only perk of a new episode of Uncoachable for her would be I piss off for 3 hours. Get her a wheel of cheese. So, my mate Chris, not the Chris you guys know, he's just sent me a message. Or he sent a message in the group chat, and he says, who would win a marathon between Mo Farah and Luke Littler if after every mile you had to hit a 5:01 checkout? It's surely still Mo Farah, right? Littler? I understood half of that, yeah, so if you don't know, you're going to need maybe a few references. Luke Littler is like the best darts player of the current time. A 5:01 checkout is just, you start in darts, you start on a number, and then you have to, the points you score come off your total, and you're sort of racing to 0. But you have to hit a double to finish, so your final shot has to be on a double. So the idea is Mo Farah is very good at marathons, but Luke Littler is very good at darts. And probably, I've never seen Luke Littler run a marathon, but I would anticipate he's not very good at them. Farah would struggle with the doubles. Yeah, it'd slow him down, but would it actually slow him down enough for Mo to take over? I think not. Like, I think if you made it like you had to do a hard checkout, like you needed to do a 9, like say it was at the end of every hour you had to hit a 9 darter, then I think Mo's in trouble. I think Mo's in trouble if it's a 9 darter, but just for any 501 checkout, Mo will get it over the line before the end. Maybe Farah is awful at darts. He's just the worst darts player you've ever seen. With the running that also affects the darts. So I presume you get to stop. You get to stop the marathon, throw the darts. Nobody is hitting a 9 darter as an average guy. Yeah, true. Maybe it's like I've swung it too far the other way.
かなり活躍してましたね。いやー、ZANもZANでね。
I think at the beginning of a dart guy would win. Yeah, it'd be like kind of even because he'd get to catch up at that. But it's also what the marathon's what 26 miles, right? Is it 26? So Mo Farah in theory also gets to practice for darts a lot.
そこからの活躍も注目ですね、ZAN。
It's also true. Now, what will happen is at the end of a mile, Mo Farah, you know, at the end of his first mile, will still probably be in fairly good condition, right? He won't be having problems. Luke Littler, even after the first few miles, might take a while to recover, which also slows down his ability to get the darts over the line as well.
そこの部分はパーツの部分をプロテクトで使ってもいいかもしれませんね。
Yeah, I think you're right. If you made it like 180, maybe the good middle. Yeah, yeah.
リップインってことは
どうなるのどうなるのこれ。
リップストーカーか
これどうなるの
アトランタレインか
これどうなるこれ構成どうなるなんだ
Half marathon, maybe? Yeah, I mean, a marathon's real hard. I think it depends on if the darts are before or after the run. It would be after every mile, Cyclops. So every mile you stop, you have to do the 501 checkout to go. Do you think 180 is still too hard? It's because it has to be 3 perfect darts, you know?
ちょっと待って、リップ CR のユニフォーム
I was lipping. I wasn't really looking at the screen. I was looking at chat.
なんだユニフォームなのかそれともなんか上着かちょっとみんなと違う服装でした。
アパレルみたいの着てるように見ましたけどね。
I think Littler would die before it ends. Yeah, Mo Farah would take like a week to do it. Yeah, I think it's just Mo.
バのアトランタここで登場。
エスペランサ。
Alright, Esperanza is the choice of map, if that influences anyone's choice.
全体ヒットスキャンをしたいということか。
What if it was a movie marathon and we watch scary movies? Have you ever heard of the horse v human marathon?
自らの手
No.
で消していきました。ザン。
待ってちょっとびっくりしましたね。結構ザリ弁使いたいのかなって思っていたんで。
I think you're underestimating darts. I don't. A 501 checkout isn't that hard. You know what I mean? Like, it'll take you a while, right? But the amount of time that Mo Farah will save every mile, and I think as we get deeper in the marathon, the amount of time Mo is saving over Luke is just increasing.
ディーバ使いやすくはあるけど、ディーバだとマックスの方が優勢。ラマットラにするつもりですかね、さっきみたいに。
Yeah, like in this presumption, you'd have to imagine Luke would basically have to walk the marathon.
いやでもガポさん。 その前にリップストーカーですよ。
いやこれは
happens every year in Wales, depending on whether mostly can go either way. Okay, humans are really good at distance running because we sweat.
いや3年以上経ってんじゃないかな。
W human.
我々がだってミッドシー
It's
ズ
just
ン
that
マッ
marathon
ト
is
で
too
関
much.
東に行った時ぐらいですよ。
はい。
リップストーカーって。
ちょうどどれくらいだ？時期的には5、6月でしたよね、あれは。
そうだったかな？
うん。2023年なんで3年前ですね。
Really bad at darts. Yeah, but even if it takes him 15 minutes, I reckon he's making up that 15 minutes. Especially by the time we're getting to like mile sort of 13, 14, 15, up to 20, right? Like he's going to be saving so much time on those miles.
いいね、コンステージ。エモい組み合わせが多いから各チーム。
確かにね。
Yeah, the only way would be to make it like a particularly difficult dart thing, like a 9 darter or even like a 180 or something. Something that could genuinely just take you. You could be throwing darts at a board for like half an hour and not hit a 180. That would really keep you in check.
ですね。すごかったな。ほうほうほう。
The Animal Kingdom, humans are like a top 5 long distance runners. Nice. Alright. Wait, is it Fish? Fish, where are you? Lip's playing! Lip's playing, you're about to get points! Like 7.5 light, but yeah, near enough.
Hello.
Hey Max, you're just back in time!
ZGXD, thank you for the Prime. Scuffles, thanks to the 7 months of Tier 1. Welcome back. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. And the Atlanta
Heiser
boys
on
are back
Orisa.
at it.
The Atlanta boys.
Lip and Stalker are in! Vigi?
No way!
Somebody
Lip
called
Stalker duo.
Gator! Somebody called
thank
Gator!
God.
The boys are getting back together!
Finally! Crazy Raccoon, they needed to give Lip a victory lap run. So he's going to get one map on Sojin to show us how it's done. Stalker starts marking the right side. Becky already on the back step. Slide back for Lip as well, just for vibes more than anything. Seems to be okay. Swinging main, charging up the rail. They're supposed to only sub Lip in when they need to win, not when they're 2-0 up versus ZAN Esports. Come on.
They need to win! Nice and slow on this Esperanza start here, and Orisa is an interesting choice. Heiser is good at the hero, but we've seen Orisa just kind of struggle in the hands of everyone who wasn't called Bernard. We'll just be in a slow and steady fight though, so mainly about to these Sojins as they swing left, they swing right. Eddie will be going left, but nothing to shoot at except a Vendetta block. He's going to swing left again, might run into Lip. Lip has slid back, but he can't connect the shot. He has to get away from Stalker. Stalker's gone deep in his kill, and he will get punished for it as well. Stalker overcommitting there, and now an opening for ZAN to try and walk forward. Alien's got this off angle here. They try and turn on him. Lip's going to respond to that one, but Alien has the high ground. Trong is going to try and respond, but he's got a tiny gun compared to Alien, and Alien will get a second kill. They're still battling away on the high ground, but they managed to demake the Diva, and ZAN will take this first fight.
Really baked S tier, just S tier behavior. ZAN actually taking a fight. All it took was the charity case substitution. Stalker off the Vendetta over to the Tracer as well. Sticky Stalker as his, he's more sticky Stalker when he was on Echo actually. He'll hit the pulse bomb too, but I haven't seen the Stalker Tracer in a hot minute actually. So looking forward to this. Alien holding the side. Stalker on the flank though, not gonna be caught out by Alien standing still with a railgun, that's for sure. Kivis with the Kitsu. ZAN have already flipped all the way down into main. They drop the Kitsu at the same timing. As long as they can retain card control here, could be money. It looks like Max is holding it down on the payload. There are beats available. Alien hits the shot. Stalker not going to get caught out by a stationary Stalker, but a moving one. Oh my days. Alien with the clock takes down Vigilante as well. Now Charong beats. Lip is clocking. Charity case beat. Max finds one, but they're pushing cart right now. ZAN Esports, they've got 2 on. Heiser, are you okay? Of course you're fine.
Yeah, Becky's in with Lip in the back line as well. Look at Heiser's crosshair. Grow up, Heiser. But, I mean, if it works, it works. And now that is checkpoint and more for ZAN. They've won a huge ult trade, and because Crazy Raccoon tried to clutch their way out of that situation, they find themselves in a pretty big hole. Becky has the Sundering Blade for this next one, but it's just going to be a fight on point. And look at this. ZAN are playing for the high ground position. They just want to grind this one out. Bleed the clock, make the retake difficult.
Hard push inside for Max right now. Heiser spinning out, already using spin and the fort. Big trouble for him. Stalker, absolutely huge damage on the high ground. He actually finds Kivis on low, might be able to finish the kill here. Sundering Blade through main. It's forced Crazy Raccoon to backstep a little bit though, and that's bought the backline valuable time and space to breathe. Max pushes inside, but he can't one-shot anything because it's Max on Diva. Alien up top, fighting for his life. Will lose in Mortal Kombat to Lip, but Becky throwing himself up onto that high ground too, and it looks like one after another they might be feeding themselves into the meat grinder. Max has pushed underneath trying to catch out Becky. They've lost car control as Sticky Stalker's got it, but ZAN, they're killing Crazy Raccoon off point.
Winning the fight. Yeah, they're just going to win the fight. Becky's now on the back line, and ZAN can get out as a trio here and go back and pick up this cart from Stalker. Stalker's going to leave the robot there. He avoids the spear so he can regroup with his team as well, but look at the ult charge. ZAN Esports has support ult advantage on both fronts. Charong is desperate for this beat, and Crazy Raccoon don't have much choice but to play slow here. ZAN remain in control of the map, in control of the economy. They're going to get themselves onto high ground, Crazy Raccoon, but this should just be an opportunity for ZAN to push if they want. Alien's quite passive right now, but Becky is up on the high ground looking for it. Eyes onto Lip, doesn't find the connection now. Terror Surge comes in, the slash in, everybody is spinning to win, and ZAN Esports, they're hurling towards a win here. We'll get a late DMEC onto Max as well. Everyone cleans up on the point. Not looking like any trades are coming their way either. It's all ZAN all the way. They didn't have to use any support ults.
Vigilante taken as well. ZAN, I mean, look at this. Double support ulti for ZAN. Crazy Raccoon. Max is squaring up in the Orisa mirror. You're a joke, Max. You're a joke. You are a sad joke.
Why
Thank
is
you
he
for the
so
Ellis Flower,
self-deprecating?
Bunnykins. Unbelievable. Beat for Chirong is available, but he can't find a timing to pop it. He's so low. Stalker pushes in backline. Doesn't get the kill. Can't finish the one clip. Chirong goes beat. Yangja with the better beat, but Lip is clocking. Max is taking so much damage in main, though. Just swimming around in the Kitsune rush. Becky speared back into the wall. It is looking dicey. Overclock from Alien, actually. Hang on now. Pushing forward. Oh, no chance. Can't find the kill. Pulse on to Heiser as well. And ZAN, one by one, they will fall. And they're off the card too as Stalker steals the payload.
Yeah, nice job from Stalker again, catching his payload as soon as the fight starts to lean their way as well. Gain them every inch as they are desperate to get back into this. That was a pretty heavy investment from ZAN. Alien's clutch doesn't work out for him. And that means now actually it's Max who's going to get the next ultimate in the game. A chance for Crazy Raccoon to maybe get something on the board. There is a Sundering Blade in response. I imagine in many ways the Sundering Blade probably matches up quite nicely against the Terror Surge because you have to just stand there and tank it on the Terror. For now though, we'll get a bit of a neutral as we're actually going to swing out the opposite high ground for ZAN. Heiser has walked a long way here, just ignoring Stalker, and they've actually got a lot of damage onto Heiser here before forcing Stalker back. That battle onto the low ground as Becky will get the contest, and Kivers has found the gap onto Vigi. He might just be better. The high ground position now for Alien to work onto this one. They're going to try and pivot round. Max tries to group up with the team. They push him into a corner. Heiser's going for it. Terror Surge available for Max, but it's too little too late. Won't even get a chance to use it. Heiser will get all the cleanup on this one. One kill onto Yangjin, but no chance. And Crazy Raccoon, they gained barely nothing off that.
Onto Fantasy Team? Yeah, it's that Vigi pick that's really carrying me over the line this week, to be honest. It's just doing such huge work. 20 meters on the board for Crazy Raccoon. Lip gets his charity Mac. And presumably prolongs the series a little bit, gives Krandop a little bit more time to wake up and reply to my DMs. So many ults for ZAN. Wake up! Oh, I wish I could conjure Surge. Every time I say wake up, you always... Funny Astro, so good for it, for picking up a wake up!
Just conditioned into it.
So good. So good.
Kitsune rush push now from Kivers round the corner. Terror Surge from Max to try and absorb some of that. They go flying through. Beat out in response from Chirong. Traded. Becky throws that one down. And the Terror Surge finishes off Chirong as well. Player advantage and Max is stranded behind. Vigi has the Kitsune rush, but is there a way to save Max with it? The answer is no. Lip is going to clock. He's desperate for this one. He's trying to find a kill. Damage, but nothing coming. Alien shuts him down. And oh dear. It's a disaster for Crazy Raccoon.
Crazy Raccoon are getting absolutely pumped. ZAN just stepping further and further forward. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Lip over to the emergency Cassidy swap to pump some damage into Heiser, presumably. Alien has the clock in spawn, though, so they can keep it going. Max has had spin and fort burned. Lip is straight lining out of spawn, getting headshotted. Out comes the clock now. Big damage from Lip. Oh, kill him! They can't find the kill. Slides on, slides out. Drops the shoulder, takes Vigilante midair. Oh, Vigi, no. My fantasy Vigi. Beat 75% for Yangjin. He might be able to push back in off this one. Lips found Kivis, though. A critical trade. He flanks around the back. He whiffs. He whiffs. His double flashbang goes the distance. They will take him down, but the damage is done. They found 2 trades, and Crazy Raccoon will hold on here.
Yeah, trade's enough. They can come back and clean up. Heiser on point, but 127.8 meters on the board. It's big trouble for him. Stalker's made his way onto Vendetta as well. Vigi has gone Baptiste. Alright. Just, I mean, maybe in an Orisa mirror, but Baptiste has some legs, but Vigi's been having a bit of a rough series of it so far. And now ZAN Esports. There's only a minute and a half left, and it's a long way back for Crazy Raccoon. They've got equal beat charts here. They have to watch out for this Terror Surge coming up mid-fight. They're trying to retake through the low ground now. Lip peek onto the high ground, but they need to be careful. Alien has a full rail, and he's been deadly today.
Very deadly indeed. Yangjin, with this beat, going to be matched by Chirong. It's a very even ult situation, minus this Kitsune rush. Still a bit late for the window. First beat comes out. Oh, the Yang beat is so good, but it doesn't catch Alien. He gets the better beat, but Max is still so low. He might have to Terror Surge just to play life at this point. He doesn't do it. So Heiser and Becky find a kill apiece. Yangjin might be traded, but again, Crazy Raccoon, they're not going to be getting meters off this. Why are we killing Nightbot? What happened to Nightbot?
Gonna be a death on point for Stalker here. Crazy Raccoon into the final minute now, and oh, it's looking rough, isn't it? It's a Kitsune Rush for Kiv. It's a Kitsune Rush Terror Surge from DPS ults to combo with it. ZAN have everything they could possibly ask for in this fight. Not to mention they've got a few fights in the back pocket, and Lip goes down before it even begins. It's a desperate reset for Chases on, but all of a sudden Crazy Raccoon, they're going to be fighting at their spawn door to keep themselves alive on Esperanza. Kitsune Rush push. ZAN smell blood. They look for more. They've got eyes on Charong. They push forward, try and go through the window, but Heiser can't make it through. But they find everyone else with the DPS dogs. Alien cleans it up. Lip with one trade through the window, but they need so much more. Max has the Terror Surge ready to go. He's going to get it dropped. Heiser drops it first. Actually, Vigi has found the trade. They're not done just yet. Cancels that one out. Max has the Terror Surge if he needs it, but they've got player advantage. They're at spawn. They will clean it up. We are into overtime. Crazy Raccoon down, not out.
Don't call it a comeback, but this is actually a comebackable situation with these ults, man. Come on now. The sword getting speared by Max, it's such a clutch difference. Now Crazy Raccoon, they can really push through. The Sunder, not the greatest ultimate in the world in the neutral TBH, but Max, with the Terror Surge, can push into ZAN, can make something happen. The ultimates are quite a distance away for ZAN. They've got nothing on their DPS charge. Becky's on the flank, though, trying to sneak around the back. Silver Bowler comes out, and already Crazy Raccoon, they've completely rotated away from... They're away from any position where Becky could potentially find value on this flank. Nobody to kite into his line of sight. Around the back, he goes for the spin. He actually spikes Charong off the wall. The spear finds the kill. Lip kills Yangjin with the High Noon, but Crazy Raccoon, they've only had to use one ultimate. The trade onto Vigi is game losing, though. Remember, there's no close spawns for Crazy Raccoon. So the Lucio BAP, they're going to be rushing back. They're going to be late to this fight.
Yeah, they have the Terror Surge Sundering Blade, but they might almost just have to throw the combo out immediately. Vigi's going to go Kiriko just to try and come back. Charon has that beat coming up soon as well. There are still multiple fights for ZAN to take to manage this one, but you see the supports aren't there. ZAN should walk up. They should put them under pressure right now, but Lucio is back. They are there just in time, and they let the checkpoint go through for free now. So now it's just ult advantage for Crazy Raccoon.
Oh my god!
They have to stay glued to the payload now. It is going to be a treacherous situation, but it's starting to look possible for Crazy Raccoon. They are playing slow on this corner. The robot is now moving as Stalker goes into the sky. Nothing with that first one. Tries to catch someone on the left. They're not there, though. Charong's about to have this beat as well, but Kivitz does have the support ult advantage here. He has the Kitsune Rush. Flank on the right-hand side from Lip. Trying to come through. TP on to help him. The beat comes through. Charong doesn't have it yet. Has it now 100% in front of everyone. He tries to hold the beat. He beats now coming round main. He doesn't say Benji with it, though. 1 for 1, though. Becky's found 2, though. Becky has won the side. They go through it. They come out. Stalker finds one. Heiser has the Terror Surge. He can drop it on Robot. They have no choice to play it, but Stalker's killed everyone. Stalker is dragging him back in. Heiser's going to Terror Surge 1v2. He wants to pull him off. He thinks he can do it, but Stalker, he gets speared back one more time. A fortified Heiser lives. Yangjung is back on the point. He's coming back up the cafe. C9. Stalker tried to do it all, but it still wasn't enough. ZAN Esports have taken the map. Stalker kills 4. Crazy Raccoon lose.
That is illegal. That is absolutely illegal. What more can Stalker do? Doing everything but the start of every fight. Vigilante dead, Vigilante dead, Vigilante dead, Vigilante dead. I am trading this guy off my roster so fast. Is that Hyun in the back? That's Iris. What the hell? Iris is the coach for ZAN Gaming?
Him and Karim as well, right?
And what happened to his face? I spent a year with that guy.
Yeah.
And his hairline's gotten more dense since I last knew him.
Oh dear.
Sure.
Lip already packing himself up before the coach even comes to the stage.
Lip knows what's up. Like it's one pity map and he fucking blows it.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy. He knows when the writing's on the wall. Classy map from Alien. Really impressive. Really good performance. The get out emote. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear.
We need Heesang to start trolling Vigilante in scrims. He's done enough. Moon doesn't have the cast like Danny's scouting power. Oh, Kasora's like, I see. Lip will have a better KD in the Korean army. Doubtful, doubtful. Lip's got a pretty good career-long KD, I can't lie. What a Yowie themed chatters today.
That makes me think of JK as well.
How long will the stream be on for? As long as the drops enabled are on, this stream is always live.
ZAN reverse sweep. Well, every reverse sweep I've ever seen has started from 0-2 down.
Dude, this Adelaide election is insane. What's happening?
The Adelaide election.
What, is like One Nation winning or something? ABC calls Labour win in South Australian election. Yeah, I mean, it's like a massive Labour blowout. Is that unusual? One Nation threatens the Liberal Party's status as the official opposition. Currently 0 have been called for One Nation. 5 have been called for the Libs. Is it usually this extreme in SA? I feel like the answer would be no.
Oh, it's just it's a spin to win. The boot, the spin, forced off. Liberals, I think Stalker wins that 2v2 if it's not for the C9.
No, I'm not going to cover the Weibo game. I'll be going to sleep after this.
I might pop a Weibo game on if it's still going.
Cran wakes on. Yeah, if you're Weibo pilled, you might be able to check it out on CommanderX's channel. He's going to go through, so...
It's going to keep going.
Yeah, just power through.
Why don't I stream forever?
No matter how hard you get hit, just keep moving forward.
The camera never went off. They call me the king of China. Yeah. Why isn't Karif playing? Because it's not 2018. Zen would go crazy. Karif actually did the first ever reverse Escanor when he swapped from flex support to DPS. I thought he went from DPS to flex. No, he went the other way. Like a Zen and Ana guy. Probably Zen was like the hero he was most known for. Why does Stalker just look so good? Where is Man's kissing? In JK's house. Yeah.
Oh, only one more map left potentially. Yeah, this is probably the last map, Lazy Cupcake, unless Crazy Raccoon somehow get reversed by ZAN.
Oh, thanks to San. San says such good casting at the end map from you guys. What a compliment.
Killed it.
Yeah, it was at a time when a lot of supports would still play like Roadhog and Tracer and stuff, you know, like so like Hopper type stuff.
ということで、本日の最終試合第4マップへと移行いたします。
Where have you got these emotes from, Hadouken King? Where have you got? What's this your emote?
Did Lip get subbed in and lose? I'm afraid so. I'm afraid
16
so.
and 10 for any Lip havers. Your friend made him? I like it, it's good. It's a good combo.
本物が出てきちゃいましたね。
いやー、あっち側に来ちゃいましたね。エイリアンも。
もうわけわからなくなってきちゃったかも。
Cruz Anna was generational, he was for Sandman versus Vancouver. Remember when Violet played Cass? Yeah. I remember those first scrims when we first played Shock, before we knew Violet was swapping, and it was when everyone had the numbers on, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Violet. And we were like, there's no way Violet is doing this to us on Cass. There's no way. And then it turned out, in fact, there were so many ways.
もしか時間が止まってるかもしれません。
Yeah, if you head over to owtv.gg Rain, you should be able to find the schedules up there for all of the games. Did Lip actually score points? I don't know if the scores are up yet on the... where am I going? Oh, that's for China 1. Korea. I don't know if the map 3 one's up, correct? Yeah, map 3 score's not up yet, but I imagine he's not scored massive points there if you're a Lip fan.
実況陣へのアピールっていうコメント欄があるんですけど、ベンデッタを理解しましたっていう一言だけ添えられてるんですよ。
Do you think I should fill the jug?
でも、
Fill the jug. Fill the jug.
Fill the jug.
マジで理解してます。
Remember when we got you
Raccoon
chanting?
was playing.
分かっちまった、理解っちまった、分かっちまったみたいな感じなんですよ。
Fill the
こ
jug.
れ本当はキャリーしすぎてるんで、ベッキーエイリアン。
I'm once again here to tell you that Kibis has scored like 50 points this weekend. This is including a crazy Raccoon game. Maybe Kibis is the truth. Maybe I need to swap Chio to Kibis and then upgrade her to somebody with a functional team.
計算ストーカーに戻ってますね。
All right.
Do other region matches count? Do you mean like for fantasy Rain? So Korea is its own region right now. So if you get in Korea, you'll just get scores for those ones, and then North America and EMEA are combined into a separate one. Morning Modem Sheep.
パイナップルピザのパイナップルの部分が苦手で、そこだけつまんで捨ててるみたいな話ありましたよね。
ああ、まあベンデッタってオーバーウォッチにおいてはまあヒール役というか悪役なんで、まあそういうことですよね。
Man,
悪のボスは
Fran?
そういうことすりますよね。
そういうことしちゃう。
still offline. This guy's a
ということでお待たせ
degenerate.
いたしました。
Are there kids in the background, Hunter? I don't know. I can't really hear through the headset, but I have my balcony open, so you could be hearing children off in the distance. Why is Lip subbed down as well? Feels like he was, you know, a real top performer in the lineup. Bizarre to see him on the bench.
Oh my god, he's
Stalker
on
stepping
Zarya.
up well.
おお、なるほど。
Max. Or
He's
Hyder.
on Zarya. Yeah, I mean Diva is banned, so he's he's been given a helping hand in that direction for sure. But on Zarya, also meant to be one of his better heroes, and I believe it is mode.
ポイントカウント。
後ろ取れてるぞ。
ちょっとキービ
He's
スに
saying
貼られています。
slithering in the back. Goes for a quick tap, but has to go take the Mega Health Pack almost immediately. Alien drilling through main. Big shots onto Heesang. That might force the recall, but Chirong has found Becky up through main. Now the press is on for Crazy Raccoon, even though Alien needs that help in the back. You can see Crazy Raccoon one after another, rotating through the side. That's a second kill as Heiser will fall as well. And, well, the defense has fallen. There's only so much Stalker can do. But sometimes he does enough to kill the entire team on first point. So, 1 minute, 1 fight, 1 cap.
Only so much Stalker can do, but quite often it'll be enough to get you to a LAN or even a final or two at a major. So, going to be a big advantage for Chirong, pretty significant off the back of that as well. 30% already. And in general, I feel like this is going to be quite difficult for a lot of these Zaryas up against this cast. It's going to be a big swing over for Becky, trying to clear a little bit of space. And they're just playing it slow for now, ZAN. Crazy Raccoon in no rush, of course, because they still need to get the payload up to this corner. ZAN can't really engage or take a fight because this beat advantage is too significant for Chirong. He's about to have it now, 100% ready to go. You can see him posturing forward. Little dink onto Becky. They've separated him. Beat push to keep going. Chase onto the high ground. They find Alien with that one. They're looking for a few more, though. Could do more without this beat advantage, but they found the Zarya. Heiser's in big trouble, and that's a good late kill for them. And this payload is not going to stop rolling.
Payload is not going to stop rolling. Stalker.
Trade.
Yeah, there you go. One trade onto Stalker is nice, but it's not going to stop the card from actually rolling. ZAN can't really block it, but this will weaken that snowball fight because Stalker needs to be taxied back, and they're not going to be able to hard pressure the retake now with no hit scan. Still, high ground, there is the Baptiste, Vigilante, playing a healthy distance as he's a little bit too traumatized from getting picked 15,000 times at the beginning of each fight. Window for Vigi. Double DPS ultimate and the grab online for Crazy Raccoon 2. But are we going to see this grab early? I feel like there's a chance here to potentially swing and go for their grab. Stalker's back, of course. Everybody has swung off the high ground, but Heesang has fallen early. Good start. Max in the grab. Counter window comes through, but Alien's doing it all. Apparently all these ultimates for Crazy Raccoon are cosmetic. Window from Vigi. Wank. Grab from Max. Wank. If it's not Stalker, it's nobody for this team, I'm afraid.
Really proactive from ZAN there. They get their Cass over onto its own angle, so when that grab comes out from Max, they have the high noon to drop. That just makes it really difficult to get the follow-up they want on that grab there, Crazy Raccoon. And his pivot over onto the Zarya seems to be just a good ban from ZAN. There's going to be a pulse bomb here attempt from Heesang. He will get the health back, and he's going to try and blink out there, gets to a bubble as well. So he's managed to live on the side fight for now, but there's a grab up on the high ground looking for this. Lamp comes through from Vigi, but too much damage onto Max, and he'll get killed through all of it. So a nice little one and done, but they do need to be careful about this C9 attempt from Heesang, who's going to stay behind too.
Staying behind, little Heesang just sitting in the wings. Good ultimates right now for ZAN though, so they can continue to hold. I think Crazy Raccoon, they're probably going to have to, well, shy of some magic picks from Stalker, they're probably going to have to wait until they have Chirong's beat online to really lock eyes and fight. But they can slowly approach up through main. Yangjin just trying to mark Heesang in the back, doesn't want to get caught out by this one. Alien also playing a rather passive approach, and it looks like everybody's, you know, playing pretty far away, which is scary because Stalker can swing on that high ground with the high noon as well and zone you further back still. Heesang with no recall in the back now, but they still can't run him down. They don't want to get caught out in the open. Big damage on Chirong, takes him down to 80%, but 80 ain't zero. Now Stalker dropping, swinging main, but no point touch.
No, they're just going to come contest it out now. The beat comes through from Yangjin to try and force this one through. Chirong does not have the beat, and he has been taken down immediately. Bubble and Lamp out onto Vigi to try and help him live, but he is stuck in a room with a Vendetta and a Lucio. Yangjin's going to clean that one up. Heesang with a trade onto point. They keep a point contested, but where is there left for Max to go? Nowhere at all. A boop onto Stalker as well. No trades, nothing going, and the hold is good for ZAN.
Hold is really good. It's reverse sweepable for ZAN Esports, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy Raccoon collapsing before our very eyes. No shoe, no glue. Owl on Overwatch. Can you write Aga Bounce? Owl on Overwatch, just please. All right. Heesang back of main. Pulse bomb again. He loves hiding behind the enemy team. Maybe he's going to try and sneak in, but he's not going to get a C9 here. You can see the card is being marked out by Alien already. Homosexual.
Swing left-hand side for Alien now, trying to clean out this Heesang behind, keeping eyes on that one, but it sort of pins ZAN back to the back of the map. Little window coming through from Vigi now, trying to beam down this Zarya. High noon swing from Alien in response. He finds Vigi as well on that one. It's a one-for-one trade, but look at Alien's position. B comes through though over top. Chirong, they try and pile it on. Max has the grab as well. ZAN are so low. Kitsune rush from Kivis is just about keeping him alive. Becky's found Stalker. The grab is huge though. The pulse bomb's available from Heesang. He throws it in. The pulse bomb will do it in the end. The combo should be enough. Crazy Raccoon will get it over the line. They just need to clear Becky off it in the end. And they do convert that one, Crazy Raccoon, but it cost him every single one of that big ult advantage.
No worries at all. 6 foot. A pleasure. Oh my god. Max swinging forward now through main. Beat available for Yangjin and the grab for Heiser. So Crazy Raccoon, they don't really have the ults to keep on pushing through. Cerebral pulse there. Yeah, I mean, really, it takes huge talent.
Isn't it Kelsey?
To be fair. Yeah, of course it's Kelsey. You've been conditioned. All right.
Wake up.
He will never dance. Oh, wake up.
Cerebral.
All right. Cerebral. High noon for Stalker. Swing available. Yangjin's getting poked, but cart's held by ZAN right now, so they don't feel a lot of pressure to push in. They are going to drop the grab on it. Max, they're going to beam down that lamp, but Max trying to go for the hop around the corner. Kill him! Beat push comes through from Yangjin as well, but that's such a waste. High noon from Stalker will be burned, but geez, you don't want to have to use grab and beat both. That's the door opening. Now Crazy Raccoon can snowball.
Vigi's going to get a late kill onto Becky as well, so they can't even really hold forward here, ZAN, so they're going to have to back it up. They need to make sure they still get 2 fights out of this situation, because they will find themselves sort of the wrong side of these ults for a while. Kivis Kitsune Rush is all they're going to have, but they've got to worry about this window, they've got to worry about Chirong's beat, maybe more importantly, and Max is ahead on that grab charge as we come to the fight after. Crazy Raccoon lining up this window opportunity now. They already have Heesang top left on the high ground as they look for this. Bit of a bubble trade, then a window swing would be the traditional thing to do here. Heesang has the pulse bomb on the left-hand side as well. As Crazy Raccoon are playing it slow, but ZAN will be happy to play this one slow. Window swing comes in now, right-hand side for Stalker. Beat over top from Chirong as well. They're using a lot. They run into Heiser. He kites onto the Kitsune rush for Kite. It's good, but Alien still dies. Heiser will fall. But a trade from Becky. He's found him again. Stalker's trying to deal with Kivis on point here, but the rest of Crazy Raccoon, they turn around to deal with this Vendetta. Deal with Vendetta they have, but they need to be careful. Payload has been moving, but now a retake available for ZAN.
Dredge and Atlas, thanks for the prime. Thanks for 7 months. Welcome back. Grabs now. Grav, High Noon, and Pulse all on the cards for Crazy Raccoon. ZAN, it's such a difficult retake for them. They don't quite have that beat yet. They amp out straight away. The High Noon swing begins. Recalls out of Heesang. Can they catch him out with this? Oh, you're not going to get around that corner, mate. It's not happening. Becky is also like comically in there. It just feels dead. Will be going down. There's still the grab available. Yangjun goes down, so we're not going to be seeing the beat. Can we get OT? Can we get OT? We've got OT. Nicely done. ZAN, not going to get that recontest on. Nice kite from Crazy Raccoon. Good discipline. And Becky just throwing it in there.
Yeah, had the Sundering Blade as well, which in theory would have made all of that feel a lot more difficult. Helps him keep the space there. In complete darkness here, the players. But a full cap for Crazy Raccoon, and they should, in theory, have set themselves up here to close out what has been a more difficult series than you would expect for a team of their caliber. Though ZAN is not over yet. Looked good in this mirror. It's Vazaria Vendetta really, I think, has felt like the strongest look for ZAN over these first couple of days. 19-1 for Heesang during all of this.
Yeah, I mean, he was just sitting behind for the entire fight, was he not? Like, just completely chilling.
Maybe once they caught him, right? Like, that was it.
Did they ever really? Yeah, I don't think they ever like caught him like chilling behind him. And it was just, where's Lip? He got one map, Tabby, and they lost. Biotone, thanks for the prime. Welcome. Appreciate it.
0% win rate Lip.
Classic Lip.
Troubling.
Crazy Raccoon get knocked out of playoffs confirmed. I mean, Crazy Raccoon, it's safe to say their season is over, and ZAN Esports is the best team in the world.
I've seen very little evidence that would counter that theory.
No evidence to support this theory.
If you've got any evidence, I'll take a look at it, but it feels like you've got no evidence that can support this theory.
I got nothing.
Show me the studies.
I can't.
Alright, Stalker's going to be starting onto the M-Ray here on the defense. Vigi onto Baptiste again. Alien looking to start the cast. So imagine Stalker's just going to post himself up in some type of power position. Look to get big value out of what is a pretty generous amount of damage that M-Ray can just do at all points in time. For ZAN, though, with the onus is on going to be them to try and crack it open. So Bubbles in the direction of Becky, who's been pretty consistent value. Goes immediately over the top to try and clear some space. ZAN will rotate left-hand side off of that one. They've actually, did they force the lamp out of that? How has Becky managed that one? So that's a lamp already out of Vigi. He's going to back up to the high ground, but here comes Becky again. No lamp this time, but Trong is looking after it. Bit of separation now, and Vazaria. Max is in trouble, but he's high energy, so he's got the kill. Stalker's there with him as well. They've dropped down, and it's actually a good pivot from Crazy Raccoon to group back up with their Zarya. And now these frag grenades in that room are going to do a lot of damage. A lamp to push aggressively for kills. They need to be careful not to trade Crazy Raccoon, but they should be good for it. All needs kills in the end.
They secure all of the kills. Oh my god, Crandop is awake. I can confirm Cran has woken up. He's messaged me, what the fuck? So I am going to have to look into this real quick, like. Before we do though, we might as well run through the ults. Yeah. Beat available, window available, and Sticky Stalker closing in on that Emre ult as well. Emre ult can be really deadly when you try and push through these tight chokes. So much splash damage, so little places to hide if you actually want to get outside. Becky goes for an early turn, gets nothing done, spins back indoors, and under reply to Grind.
Beam inside, looking for that Lucio. Becky's going to shoot that Zarya away from Val, but ZAN have themselves a little base in this room. They can swing out, dive in from Becky as well. Cannot get close to this M-Ray. Suzu actually has a chance to be used. Now the override protocol. Stalker spots a chance to do a lot of damage. Defensive bubble comes out. There's a Zarya in the corner. There's a pulse bomb on that Zarya. Defensive bubbles are good, and Aliens peeks his head out top. He's got the opening pick onto Stalker. Yangjun's beat gets him through it as well, it seems. Trong doesn't have a beat to respond with yet, so all the cleanup kills are here. They can't go through that doorway to finish everyone off, though. So Crazy Raccoon, they might be able to stabilize, but no, Max will fall. Late kill onto Vigi on this one too, and the cap's still ticking up in the background, so that should just be first point here for ZAN Esports.
First point conceded. Chirong and Vigilante both have their ultis, but they're not going to be able to hold on to the point where they're hiding in the corner. Is Alien, just in case Heesang wants to pop on by. A couple of right clicks on a Becky, but looks like Heiser, as both of his DPS are hiding in a corner, is just going to get pushed in main. So Alien and Becky both just tugging it in this little corner, and yeah, Heiser's going to pay the price.
The life of a tank player, always playing the price for everyone else's decisions. Going to be a push forward towards spawn here, Crazy Raccoon, as they're keen to get more time off the clock. They have the grab, beat, window, window, lots of good tools to work with here. Zanbo do have that grab Sundering Blade combo. Now, even versus a beat, even versus a grab of their own can be difficult to work with. But they'll be holding forward on the fire truck position right now. Max is going to have to bubble himself out, but doesn't make it out. The lamp, though, round the corner, doesn't actually line up to save Max here. So the grab is going to be an easy conversion for him, and Becky's going to push forward for some more kills. Boot Stalker back into his team. They'll avoid any trades here, but that was an economic decision there from Crazy Raccoon. They just tank for grab, the lamp doesn't save them. Now they still have significant ult advantage for the rest of the second point.
They have the ult advantage. Heiser up on the high ground. Few right clicks coming in, bit of artillery fire. Then they have position, but they certainly don't have the ultimates to close this one out. We'll see if they can find anything off the cuff. Max pushing forward now. One personal bubble, a grab from downtown, a window from Vigilante. A corner drone should be all they need here. Kiwi's actually used the Kitsune rush in all of that too, but Crazy Raccoon, that's going to be grab and beats and a nice, easy clean up for them.
Yeah, much better lamp for Vigilante this time. Uses it aggressively so they can keep swinging through that window, and Stalker will deliver all the kills to them. So they use that window grab combo, they kill through the Kitsune rush, and now they can go back towards spawn. Not playing out by the fire truck though, just going to play it as choke, and maybe even conceding a little bit more space here. They have the high noon and beat if they want to commit to this one though. Maybe they expect Yangjun to also have the beat, so they just want to play a slower fight overall, because they've just taken the high ground position here instead. Becky with a bubble onto the high ground forces a defensive one in exchange from Heiser, but ZAN haven't really made too much progress or a rotation during that bubble timing. Becky's still underneath though, and they've got to wait for this next bubble timing, really on Becky to try and crack this one open. For now though, Heesang's marking car, Becky goes deep, they've cleared it with the high noon now, so bit of space but no kills.
Bit of space, well, bit of space, conceded for the moment. ZAN all playing top, trying to prevent Max from ever retaking the high ground. Stalker on the flank though, swings, goes for a flashbang, gets nothing. Chirong, lovely beat as he comes flying out. Sundering Blade is on, Vigi dead first. Is there a trade in the mix? Maybe Heesang Stalker can find something. Heesang will be taken down actually by Alien Silver Bullet. Stalker taken as well, and that's 3 for 0. That's nice and clean. Chirong hiding on the cart, expertly blocking it as Heiser just can't seem to work out what on earth is blocking the payload. And now, final recontest here. It's going to be pretty rushed for Crazy Raccoon, but they're definitely going to get one. Pulse, noon, and soon grab window as well. So, ZAN, now or never, lads.
Yeah, got to use some of these ults early. I think Crazy Raccoon to get out of the choke. Heesang's been forced to recall out. Just about gets around that corner in time. Now the Kitsune rush comes through. Window in response from Vigilante as they try and swing. Stalker's camping that right inside. Grab is out. Now can
nice
Stalker find it? Grabs have been traded, but one team has a window, but Becky's still finding trades. They swing away from this Vendetta behind them now, and Stalker's trying to deal with that one with the help of Max. I was going to say should be good for it, but Becky's managed to kill Vigilante again. They've still got player advantage, and they'll be okay, Crazy Raccoon, for Window making the difference in that grab trade.
Window really does change it up, as it's just impossible to survive when you're getting shot at double damage through the window from Vigi, as long as he doesn't completely beef the window's position. ZAN down to basically their last life, 30 seconds on the clock. 1-2 in the series, they've been full capped on the map. They must win this next fight or they are done. They don't have any ultis yet. If they play real slow, Yangjun can build up the beat. Becky's gone for an early turn. High noon swing in response. Becky's always lonesome. Kiwi's decides to take a look. He loves these last fight situations. That's where he thrives. The clutch. When he's got Travante 5 says plus $1,000. What website is carrying these bets, Travante? Tabby writes it as well. Tabby writes it as well. What were the odds? What was the parlay? Fucking Australian punters in the chat.
Raccoon, yeah. Kivis to peak ultimate on 2 last fights out of 4 and die.
Kiwi's just plus 1,000.
Alright, Crazy Raccoon.
Getting paid on high noons.
They tie up the series. They close it out. Lip yet to win a map. Jumpin yet to win a map, but Crazy Raccoon will finish for week 1 and 1. But some serious questions to be answered for Crazy Raccoon. There's a long way to go in the Korea season, but it's not a good start for Crazy Raccoon despite the win here today.
Yeah, that was last, Kelsey. Hunter, do you ever feel like you're not good enough to cast Overwatch? I can't say that I've ever had that feeling before, but
you might have
thanks
started
for putting it on my radar. I'll definitely, I'll consider this more going forward. You know, I'll definitely consider this. Is there more tomorrow? Yeah, there's more tomorrow.
More tonight, more tomorrow, and more tomorrow night.
オンサイドというチームなんですけれども、はい。ちょっとこのオンサイドも
All right, what's Crime saying?
できますね。今日のザンの活躍を見ると。
Okay. Let me know
もう KR は
when
本
you're
当に
ready,
魔境ですね。
and we can.
本当ですよ。
Yeah, I'm
hand
gonna stay
it
on
over.
lemon, so we'll maybe watch a bit of China.
レベルが高すぎ
Maybe
る
I should. I might want a
China,
sandwich.
China. You want to watch China or eat a sandwich first? What are you thinking?
What's the can I get China status? Let me hurdle through time now to catch up.
T1 と試合です。
マジか。
はい。
On to stream tonight, on to come to
ちょっとな
London.
んかありそうですね。
Can you lot watch some ads for me right now? Is that something that we can maybe do?
今日の
think that's possible?
CR とザンの試合見てると
Can someone link the China stream? I'll put it on.
マップを落とすんじゃな
I
い
won't
かっていう
comment on it, but I'll put it on.
そういう見方ができる
Yeah,
か
let
もしれ
me
ません。
mute Japan
Alright,
and
Tavi,
unmute China.
Tavi, check these out. Lazy Cupcake, you can't get the ads. You're subbed.
We're still hurtling through time to get to the present phone. AG free
I
Oda.
love- You want to see my fantasy? This is my fantasy roster. Actual like Mickey Mouse roster construction here. Hawk, Taejong, Psycho, Z, Gala. You want me to walk you through the theory?
I'm getting a sandwich while you talk us through some theory.
Alright, I'll talk you through the theory. So, Hawk, he's a keeper. No need to trade in the tank role throughout the stage. He's cheaper than TVNT and Ziad, but he's very clearly best in role in North America, and he's a match day player. So, keep him. No need to trade him. No need to spend on the 24. Taejong is a bit of a rogue agent. Taejong might be completely fucking hopeless. I have no idea about Taejong, to be honest. I'm not sure on him. All I know about Taejong is that Alcatsia have a double this week and a double next week. And Alcatsia look okay. So their fixtures look all right. Taejong is dirt cheap. He's $19. He's a gamble. Gala is dirtier cheap. He's $18. You've seen what Violet's doing with his cheap roster. Let's see what Gala can do at 18 as well. So I think Gala will be an earner for me. Taejong is a flex DPS and EMEA, so he's probably going to be an earner for me too. So this is a man with a double 2 weeks in a row, so it doesn't need to be traded for 2 weeks. Taejong is another man with a double that doesn't need to be traded for 2 weeks. Psycho is a man with a double this week, but he costs 21. So the fact that he costs 21 means that he's a little bit expensive, but it saves me budget for next week when I have to trade him away. But I get the double this week and I must trade him. And then Z, she's nice and cheap as well. She plays Kiri, she plays BAP, she's a performer. And this week, she doesn't have the hardest fixtures in the world. So there's doubles all round. I forget whether SSG have a week 1 double or not, to be honest. The site looks to be crashed, so I can't click on Rhino to check. Yeah, SSG do have a double this week. So every player has a double this week on my current roster. Taejong and Gala have doubles next week, which means they don't need it to be traded. And then Psycho and Z, I already have my changes available. Z can be traded for Luke Minnow, who is for some reason a 19 cost player despite being on the Dallas Fuel. And Psycho, I don't know who I can trade Psycho for, but surely I can find some Mickey Mouse flex DPS with a double for 21 bucks, right? Like surely I can work something out there. And to all the people that keep telling me that Aid is 20 and Taejong is 19, I'm not sure if you can see that I've spent 100 of my $100. So unless somebody wants to lend me $1 to do better in fantasy, I think I've basically maxed out my budget here, yeah? Who's your favorites for each region? I don't pick favorites. I'm a completely unbiased observer. We can't see, well, you can guess. You know, you can guess. Swap Z for Haku to get $1 and then trade Taejong for Aid. Oh. Is there Korea tomorrow? Yeah, Talons. I feel like Luke hasn't been doing amazing in the USA tryouts. I'd believe that, but he's pretty good in relative terms in the region. Favorite Australian main support? Oh, probably not Custer or Frogger or any of those. Bertlog. Bertlog. Oh, Blimp, actually. Any AMDP buyers in the chat? I feel like that team is coming last, Karawi. Like,
I'm back. Ooh, is there any more matches? Korea's just finished, but we are making our way over to China. There's a couple of China games left as well.
China. We got the clips.
まあ、あんまり詳しく話すことはできないですけど、新メンバーとはいろんな話をしましたよ。
Escanor is $20. Yeah, it's a fire sale on flex supports. Cass has already indulged.
ちなみに今日、ヒーさん選手が考えるベストプレーは何でしょうって聞いたら、覚えていません。あんまり気にしていませんでした。
Ante, you should have gotten Kivis. He was the play.
いや、これね、選手はね、アドレナリン出てるんですよ。
That's good. Feels a bit of hindsight analysis, but it's good.
そういうもんなんですよ。なんか
Oh, if you're a YouTube viewer, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'll see you for EMEA NA, okay? We'll be back in, I want to say like 6 hours.
私たちが覚えておきましょう。
Is 6 hours right? Maybe 7 hours actually. Damn, I got a lot of time. I'm gonna get a real sleep.
Just under 7.
投手の関係で
I think Unto read YouTube chat once back in 2025, bros. There's still hope. There's hope, but it's fading fast. Pavs 198. Thanks for watching on YouTube. If you did, I will see you for EMEA NA.
ちゃんとみんなのことも考えてくれて
Killed
ます
the YouTube broadcast. Poor guys.
Any good games going worth back and watching today? No, if you're going to go back and watch any game, you should watch the Zeta Crazy Raccoon one. Maybe the ZAN has the most legs. There's some like decent maps in there, you know. But it's not been a vintage day.
Hello, Tiger, the little cat.
複数のカードと組み合わせることで本領を発揮しますだそうです。
なるほどね。
Should I cut the VOD here now? I don't know. Maybe Panda's gone out. Juby, are you here? Juby, check.
試合が